Alright guys, so I know I gave you the indicator and just dropped it on you with no training, so here's your training. This is I call it the density indicator, but it's a locator. It's locating, the reason of this indicator in general is to locate the most densely populated areas that are going to support price in an upward movement or resist price, which is also supporting price in a downward movement. So it can be called support and resistance. I'm probably going to rename it, but it's supporting price in the direction that it's already going is what I'm trying to say. So you can see that this is already moving in an upward direction. It's already bullish. It's been bullish. We see that there. We see that trend line. We see the first point of the M right there, touch the trend line right here, and then now we're going up here to the second leg, which could then come back down, but it's going to come back down to where that we know of. So that would be the trend line right there, which also aligns with the indicator, which is this one right here, the density indicator. So we're going to call this the density zone locator. So this is a density zone and a key zone at the same time, and it's aligned with the trend. It's also aligned with the pattern. So for me, this supply would be very predominant. We have a big push to the top. We have a broken structure right here from this point over, and now this would be my zone for the sell to come back into this buy zone here. But the reason that I am not looking at it as a buy zone is because I am looking at it to just go to this point right here, which is the trend. So I'm just looking to have the sell from here to here. That's it. So anyway, this indicator is to tell you when you are supported. So if you see here, let me turn off this for a second. And right now, all you see is key zone on the screen. So you see key zone and the Inerva alerts. So if you're in a trade and say you missed this trade right here and you don't really know where to enter in all of this, where should you enter, right? You know that you need to wait for a zone, but there isn't a zone, and then you need to go down to a lower time frame to find a zone. So anyway, if that zone is not there, say on this time frame, you don't know where you are supported in the market for your next buying opportunity, this indicator now will tell you where you are supported. So now it's letting you know that you have support levels, support zones here, here, and here. And my little cross is off. So here, here, and here. You have these supports now. So you're waiting for price to come back into it and take off. And that's what you're looking for. It's also doing the same thing here. It let you know that this is one of those areas that it built to support the market to keep going up. And then key zone is also there saying, hey, this is a demand at the same time. Same thing here. You have this support in these areas that were formed to help the market continue to go up. And you have key zones there. So they work in the same. And the thing that you can do is you can change the color by clicking on your settings. And you can, when I change the bullish OB or bearish OB, nothing happens. So what I change is just the bullish break or the bearish break. And you can change it to whatever color works for you. So you click on it, you can pick whatever color. You'll notice that it changes instantly as soon as you let go. At least it should. There you go. But that's not the color that I need. Okay. So my zones of support, either in a downward or an upward direction, are in black and white. So they stand out. The black stands out, lets me know where I have the most densely populated areas of demand, or what Howard, you were saying, discounts and premiums. If someone is an ICT trader, then I guess they can use that as well in this. But the reason that I specifically made this was just for identifying where support was. Support is so crucial. It doesn't matter if you're in the market or if you're in your everyday life. Support is very necessary for you to have a profitable situation in anything in life. So it's very necessary for us to be able to identify where we are supported in the market. So whether we are buying or whether we are selling, our support is there. So I'm playing around with the name right now because what it's called right now is just too many things. I need it to be like one name or two, like that's it. But this is how it works. So on this Euro USD trade, you could now look for a sell opportunity because you're in full alignment with multiple areas here that are key zones and supports for that downward movement. So these black zones are telling you that the downward side of this is supported. So let's go to where is it at? Okay. So that's it. I mean, if you missed this right here, but you had known that this zone was painted, you could have waited for price to pull back into it. When this one came in, you could have bought from here. But if you were looking for the best one, it's usually an engulfing, but it's not always an engulfing. So you can enter on the line right there. You could have entered when it entered here. You see that this was a zone right here. So if you get your mind trained to enter from zone to zone, you can use these supports as your entries, like right here, giving you all of this support, like stairs, stepping up, saying that you can continue to go up, and it pulls back into it. There's your entry, and go up to your supply. For this instance, there is more credibility in this supply than this one, but this one could very well be the one because there is also the same thing of support here. So it's either going to break through, touch this one, then drop, or it's going to remain with this one that was there that just disappeared. We'll see. I feel this one. That's my target. Anyway, let me know if that makes sense and if you have any more questions.